Straight ahead on 12 News, sit back, relax, and recycle. How Hennepin County is getting across an earth-friendly message. Then, fighting fires and saving on gas. But first.
Yeah, it was pretty much a disaster in here. There was Gatorade and hand sanitizer all over the rugs. And
volunteers save the day as Osseo prepares to strike up the band. 12 News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. The Osseo Lions Roar Community Festival and Parade kick off this weekend. It will be the Osseo High Marching Band's first time in a parade since vandals broke into their trailer back in early August. Police still don't know who did the damage, but the crime didn't stop volunteers from responding in a big way.
This is all fresh and clean now.
Inside the Osseo High School band trailer, there's evidence of volunteer spirit and elbow grease.
We actually shampooed the carpet and washed all the shoes and the flags and everything, and we're still we're getting a replacement American flag, but pretty much the entire trailer has been scrubbed down.
It was a different picture back in early August.
It was destroyed. I mean, there was paint all over the doors.
That's when volunteer Kevin Redman got a call from a custodian at the school.
It said, I think somebody broke into the trailer because the back doors are wide open. Unfortunately, it had rained the night before, so water had also gotten in there in the back part of the trailer.
Inside, the trailer was trashed.
It was pretty much a disaster in here. There was Gatorade and hand sanitizer all over the rugs and that spray chalk on the rugs.
But then, something special happened. People found out and wanted to help.
It was a huge response. We actually had to turn some of the volunteers away from other schools because we had calls from all over the metro, schools that wanted to come out, bands that wanted to come out and help us.
On National Night Out, parents and band alumni decided to get to work.
Everybody just sort of took a washcloth and a bucket of soap and went at it.
Parents even took home uniforms to hand clean.
And we used some secret grandma recipes to get the paint out, such as hairspray and stuff like that.
Repairs only totaled around $50, but you can see the value of volunteer spirit in the Osseo band family is priceless.
It was just really amazing that we get that type of response. And it wasn't a response that we asked for, it's something that just blossomed on its own.
Band boosters have started work raising money for a new garage to house the band trailer. It's estimated to cost around $20,000.
XL Energy crews were busy Friday trying to restore power to a Brooklyn Park neighborhood after a dump truck slammed into a power pole. It happened around 12:30 at Virginia and 63rd Avenues North. You can see the power pole leaning in the middle of the road. Live wires and debris were scattered everywhere. Residents say the noise from the crash startled them.
I heard the loud cracking noise and came out, and the pole was still actually attached to the ground. And I don't know if from him moving forward, if it pulled the whole pole out.
No word on what caused the crash. No one was hurt.
The West Metro Fire Department is using smaller vehicles to get big financial gains. It could save the department thousands of dollars. Normally, big rigs like this one would go out on routine calls, but officials say they don't need the larger trucks for medical calls and lighter jobs. So the department instead will use these smaller trucks when necessary. Officials say the lighter trucks will help save on gas.
Well, just the upfront cost of the vehicle, it saves us, anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000. But also running them, these big vehicles get very poor gas mileage.
The West Metro Fire Department already has one lighter vehicle. It plans to buy 2 more in the near future.
Robbinsdale is one step closer to getting a food co-op. Plans have been in the works since Rainbow Foods closed its doors. City leaders are hoping the co-op will attract people from all over the Northwest Metro. The nearest co-op is about 20 minutes away. The cooperative grocery would need at least 300 to 400 members to start. The Robbinsdale Food Co-op recently became a legal entity, so it can start fundraising. If you want to know more about the effort, a meet and greet will be held on September 8th in downtown Robbinsdale. Meantime, a new government report shows 1 in 10 Minnesotans goes hungry. The U.S. Department of Agriculture study finds nearly 11% of residents in the state lacked consistent access to food needed to stay healthy. Minnesota's hunger rate fares better, though, than many states, and it is lower than the national average. Well, Well, fall may be just around the corner, but the season of summer festivals, of course, isn't over yet.
That's right. As you heard earlier, this weekend is Osseo's turn to showcase everything the city has to offer during Lions Roar Days. And as Delane Cleveland reports, Hennepin County officials hope to use the festival to educate folks about how to be more environmentally friendly.
Every year during Osseo Lions Roar, Boorboom Veterans Park undergoes a transformation from quiet park to a centerpiece of arts and crafts. But this year, the park has a new feature. Employees from Hennepin County have set up what, at first glance, looks like an outdoor patio.
It's just been such a pleasant experience for people to come sit and relax.
In actuality, though, this concoction is designed to send people a message.
So Hennepin County Environmental Services is traveling all over the county with this parklet. We call it the Recycling Oasis, in order to educate people everywhere in Hennepin County that you can recycle everywhere.
This recycling oasis is made up of everything from native plants to wooden pallets to plastic lawn chairs.
They're very comfortable and they're made out of milk jugs.
In fact, every last piece of this traveling park is made from recycled materials.
Oh, that's neat.
Their hope is that people stop and talk with them.
And how's recycling been going for you? Any questions?
To learn more about recycling. According to Hennepin County, about a third of the materials found in garbage cans at parks and other public places could have been recycled.
So there's a huge amount of opportunity for everyone in Hennepin County to participate in decreasing the amount of garbage we're sending to landfills.
It all comes down to education, which is why they hope to reach as many people as possible by traveling from city to city with this recycling oasis.
Ultimately, the goal is to increase recycling in Hennepin County.
In Osseo, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Thank you, Delane. The Recycling Oasis will make a return to the northwest suburbs on Monday when it makes its way over to Robbinsdale. To learn more about recycling where you live, you can check out our website at 12.tv. Coming up, a theater in a very unusual setting will show you melodrama in a garage.
And then a little bit later in sports, the Armstrong and Maple Grove girls and boys soccer teams go head-to-head.
But first, a fabulous weekend awaits for the festival in Osseo. It will be sunny and postcard worthy. If you are interested in local theater but you don't want to go into downtown Minneapolis, the Garage Tour is made just for you.
In Weekend Showcase, Neil Persley takes us to a Brooklyn Park garage. That's right, a garage where you can catch a show.
About 5 years ago, I went to a play in this neighborhood, and I thought I'd love to do it. It just wasn't the right timing for me, and now it is.
As Heather Zeman tidies up her Brooklyn Park garage, she's making room for what she hopes will be a neighborhood bonding experience.
I like to be involved in the arts. I'm an artist, and I like to just keep these things alive, and I like to get my neighbors out.
So Heather offered to be one of the host garages for Off-Leash Area Theater Company's Neighborhood Garage Tour. In their 5th year doing mobile theater, this year's show is called Stripe and Spot, Learn to Get Along.
Spot and Stripe! It's very silly and fun and packed full of action.
And it's the kind of show that will keep kids of all ages entertained.
The story itself is about two characters named Stripe and Spot, and dressed accordingly, that are simultaneously shipwrecked on a deserted island, unbeknownst to the other.
Jennifer Isles and Paul Herwig are co-artistic directors of the show. Herwig says he actually had the idea for the show about 30 years ago.
I had suggested this show, Stripe and Spot, Learn to Get Along, and then Jennifer had the idea of having both the sun and the moon as characters, as old vaudeville characters, like from the Catskills of New York.
The show is about an hour in length and will go on rain or shine, although the forecast for this weekend is clear and dry.
Get out and come. It's important to get to know your neighbors, and it's important to be involved in the arts, and this is a family-friendly event. There's nothing quite like live theaters.
For Weekend Showcase, I'm Neil Persley.
Stripe and Spot performances are tonight, Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. in Heather's Garage. Her address, 6240 Winnetka Avenue North in Brooklyn Park. All shows are free, and for more information, you can look up Off-Leash Area Theater on Facebook. Still ahead, a camping trip involving a Maple Grove parking lot and a hunger for coffee and bagels.
Not bad, but first in sports, 2 close games for Wayzata in boys and girls soccer. John Jacobson has your highlights when we come back. John joins us now with sports. Hi, John.
Hi. Yeah, we've got a lot of soccer today, volleyball. We're going to start out with a team playing well early in the season. The Maple Grove volleyball team lost in 3 to rival Osseo earlier this week, but the sets were pretty close. The Crimson took on Armstrong Thursday in a Northwest Suburban Conference match. We pick it up in the second set on a broken play. Armstrong's Courtney Malum will angle this kill perfectly, drops it in for a Falcons point. Then a nice dig by Kelsey Sather leads to the kill by Abby Fireeisen. Maple Grove, though, will answer the quick pass and set to Laura Brixius for the kill. And game point for the Crimson, Brixius and Alexa Otto combined for the block, and a 25-19 win. Maple Grove's up 2-0. Game 3, Armstrong building a lead. Madison Molling's block puts the Falcons up 13-8. With the Crimson rally, an ace serve by Mary Peterson puts MG up 20-17. Then a great dig by Amber Demengi and the huge kill by Lauren Bright. Maple Grove takes the set 25-18 in the match 3-0. Those same schools met up in a soccer doubleheader Thursday. Then Nelson and Maple Grove, a perfect 5-0 coming in for the boys. Maple Grove in white off a throw-in. Armstrong's defense backs off. Ben Zaver lines a long shot that just eludes Falcons goalie John Slack, and the Crimson dominate the first half and lead 1-0. Second half, and Kevin Hoof sends the pass ahead to Ryan Dubois. It's onside, and Dubois is in on the breakaway, tucking it low on the far side here for a shot to make it 2-0 Maple Grove. An Armstrong turnover leads to a goal. Daniel Cortez blasts the shot home as Maple Grove rolls to a 3-0 win to stay unbeaten. In the girls' match, Maple Grove coming in with a perfect record and no goals allowed on the season. Great goalkeeping for the Falcons. Anna Aguado robbing Madison Carrion close and then scrambles up and follows up on the shot by Anna Byland to stop that too. Late in the first half, Armstrong Mariah Haberly battles to get some room and rolls a well-placed shot in there. And just 5 seconds left in the half when that one was scored. That goal stands up, and Armstrong hands Maple Grove its first loss of the season, 1-0. The Wayzata boys carried an unbeaten record into their Lake Conference soccer opener as they played host to the Edina Hornets. Edina will strike here. Matt Dahl sending a nice pass into the box. Adam Pankin volleying it over the keeper. And Sam Dunn there to knock it in from close range. Edina takes a 1-0 lead into halftime. Second half, Edina looks for more. Dunn will line it up and blister a shot, but Troy Lawagi makes a diving stop, and he helps keep it a 1-goal game. Another near miss for the Hornets. Watch the great ball handling by Dunn, and he taps it to Matt Lindberg, but he's denied on the point-blank chance by Lawagi, and it stays 1-0. And that gives Wayzata a chance to come back. Lewis O'Connor on target to Clayton Smith here. Will head it to Clay Elmore for the goal. And this game ends in a 1-1 tie. In the girls' game, the Trojans hoping to knock off the defending conference champion Hornets. Wayzata gets on the board. Megan Schwartz delivering the nice pass to Ruby Starber. She'll bury the left-footed shot. Trojans are up 1-0 at the half. Second half, Emily Rethlake with the header for Edina. And the keeper gets to it but can't gather it in, and Rethlake keeps battling, finally knocking it in. And this one ties it at 1. A short time later, Allie Cranfield takes the corner kick for Wayzata and somehow sneaks through everyone and in for a goal. Cranfield credited with the goal, and Wayzata goes in front by a 2-1 score. A great defensive play here. Wayzata's Morgan Turner runs it down and eludes the keeper. Looks to be a sure goal, but Megan Perser slides in to make the game saver for the Hornets. That's a big one because Edina's Emily Bourne will score later to tie it up at 2, and this one ends in a tie like the boys, 2-2, the final here. And then with the first week of school in the books, to get set for the season debut of Sports Jam here on Channel 12. It's a half-hour weekly show devoted to high school sports in the northwest suburbs. Jay Wilcox and I will be on hand for Sports Jam. It begins Monday. It'll air Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. on Channel 12, and our website, 12.tv, begins this Monday, September 8th.
Here we go,
yeah,
right?
Here we go. Yes.
Thanks a lot, John.
Today in Local Vote 2014, we hear from 2 state legislative candidates running to represent New Hope and parts of Plymouth and Crystal.
That's right. It is House District 45A with DFL incumbent Lyndon Carlson running against Republican Richard Lieberman.
I'm State Representative Lyndon Carlson, the DFL-endorsed candidate for re-election in District 45A, parts of Crystal, New Hope, and Plymouth. My wife Carol and I live in Crystal. As chair of the Ways and Means Committee, I am proud of the accomplishments of the last legislative session. We passed a balanced budget that paid back our schools and set aside money for a rainy day fund. My legislative priorities are jobs, economic development, great schools, a balanced budget, improved infrastructure, affordable health care, and environmental protection. I enjoy the opportunity to serve in the Minnesota House and would appreciate your support on Election Day.
Hi, my name is Richard Lieberman, and I'm running for Minnesota House Representative in 45A, representing the people of New Hope, Northern Crystal, and Eastern Plymouth. I'm doing something that has never been done before. For the first time ever, I'm going to send out an email to you with a link to vote on the same issues that I have to vote on. You will be able to click on the link and vote. You will even see the vote totals as soon as you vote. I am actually going to vote the way you want me to. You will know what's happening before it happens. You will be able to participate. And the most important thing of all, your voice really will be heard. Please vote for me on November 4th. Richard Lieberman. Thank you.
And still ahead, the length some people will go to get their caffeine fix.
Coming up, the real reason people in Maple Grove were camping out for coffee.
And finally, if you like to see things go crash, listen up. Lions Park in Corcoran is the site for a demolition derby on Saturday night. Both cars and trucks will be smashing into each other. The fun starts at 7 p.m. Saturday. Admission is $10 for ages 12 and up, $5 for ages 4 to 11, and 3 and under are free. Finally, camping out for coffee.
That's right. It did happen this morning in Maple Grove. Check out these pictures sent to us. People actually pitched tents and sat in lawn chairs to wait for their morning caffeine fix. There was an extra incentive, though. The first 50 people in line received a free coffee and bagel every week for a year. The giveaways help celebrate today's opening of the new Caribou Coffee and Bruegger's Bagel Shop on County Road 30 in Maple Grove. Caribou, based in Brooklyn Center, also introduced a pumpkin ginger latte for fall, and it felt like it today. We'll see you next time.